right.
No one does a Trump impression like me. Let me tell you something. Welcome back to Bison Overtime. I'm your host. Not Donald Trump. Don't sue me, please. I know he's in the news for suing people. I don't want to be sued. It's a great March Madness episode, and we stuck in this voice the whole time. No one does it like me.
Instead of Logan Guenterberg, you just Donald Trump.
It's just, yeah. I woke up last night, feeling like Slim Shady. Woke up this morning, Freaky Friday. I'm Donald Trump now. But it's March Madness season, and we're back, and the madness continues, even if I've turned into the 45th President of the United States. I'm joined by not 45th President of the United States, Vinny Anderson.
But the 44th, no.
You're Obama?
No, 44th, not. Oh, yeah.
I'm being told that if you keep clicking the pen, we're going to have to throw you off this.
That's it for you. Yep, I'm Brock.
This is the one mistake of having him do paper brackets, is he's going to click that pen maliciously.
Clicky. Yeah, we're joined by Donald Trump and Barack Obama.
It's good to have you all.
We're
I don't want to hear your Obama impression.
no,
We'll
it's
go
not
right
good. Anyway, welcome to Bison Overtime and
the most just
this,
out of sorts intro.
This is the worst intro you've ever had. It's March Madness. There is madness going on in the studio with our intro especially. It might have thrown people into chaos, but political stuff aside, onto sports and what you came here for. NDSU Bison Sports recap from the past weekend. There was women's basketball. We were talking about this last week because it was the last
as soon as
quarter.
we got off camera.
And as soon as we got off camera,
Go on. 54-67. They went on a 13-point run.
Yep.
Bad.
We
Suddenly we just didn't shoot the ball.
NDSU did not know how to shoot a three for some reason.
Didn't know how to shoot anything.
Got it within 1 point. 1 point. And we just absolutely threw it away to the Jackrabbits once again.
At that point, I think you could have been standing in a pond, and they still would have missed skipping the rock off the top. The NDSU women's team was standing in the middle of a lake, and if they threw a rock up in the air, they would have missed the lake. That was bad shooting at the end.
It was very bad shooting.
Bad shooting, bad turnovers. Now the choke, now they're in the NIT tournament. Don't think it matters much because
they're not in March Madness bracket. Yeah.
Who does South Dakota State even play? Isn't it Iowa State or something?
Well, we have it right here. Look at that. We have brackets right here to fill out for you.
No, it's Utah. They're 12 seed.
They are
out of Portland 4.
UTO.
UTO.
Utah.
What kind of accent is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would have taken NDSU over Utah, but it would be nice to see them at least on the main stage, not on the NIT stage. But can't decide everything. They got a lot further than last year. We were saying at the start of the playoffs that we just wanted them to make more of a run, whereas last year they had this great regular season, and it just kind of blew up at the end.
Yepper.
In the first round, I think. So at least you made the championship. Now next year the goal is to win it. You still have 2 more years at L. Evans, so you don't you don't have any more Heaven Hamlin.
We don't
Heaven's
have
gone, but you do have Taryn, so
exactly.
And we saw take
the horns,
league by storm.
Take the horns and just ran with the Bison. Took control of the Bison. That's what I meant to say.
There you go.
But
Led the charge.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what was she, top 10 scoring? Number 7 overall and 3-point, for top 10 percentage. It's crazy.
And then when the game actually mattered, she was 1 for 7.
Hey.
Maybe,
whoa.
I gotta
hey,
check that.
Let's not point that out. But, lots to improve on for next year.
Well,
good start to improve on it.
What we did say was when L. Evans is on, NDSU is on. And
she was not on. She was really bad at the end. It was turnovers, missed shots.
It was bad. But we don't talk about L. Evans in bad lighting. We only talk her in a good one. And
you just talked her in a bad light. What do you mean? No, it was a good season. Frustrating, of course. You don't want to ever end it that way, but it ends that way for a lot of teams much, much sooner. So,
Oh, sorry. She
kind
was
of
1 for 15 or 1 for 5.
Yeah, kind of frustrating that you can't sneak in with the season that they had and running up to the championship. Kind of surprised they didn't get a 15 or 16 seed.
Well, that's DSU got a 15th seed.
No.
Oh, no, that's in men's.
They got a 12.
Yep. No, they got a 12 seed.
Yeah, so I'm surprised they didn't get a Sacred Heart or Presbyterian spot or something.
You don't think they could have been?
Yeah, UT Martin's like 16-16, and they get a spot.
You don't think they could have overtaken Drexel? And played
I mean,
Texas first round?
some of these are just because they won, but like I'm surprised they didn't get like a play-in game or something, having a record that they did, and we're making a run in the playoffs. But I suppose not everyone can. There's a lot of teams that make runs, but other sports, track and field. Now we're looking forward to baseball and softball. Baseball's had it rough. We had the LSU games we left off last week.
Yep.
Lost 1-6 and 0-7. So combined 1-13.
Look. We at least scored 1 point against LSU.
One run. Wow. Shout out. 1 run in 2 games. There you go, guys. Coach Vinny. We scored 1 run in 2 games. We did it. Let's give it up.
What?
Let's give it up.
5 seed in
Are they?
the nation?
I don't know what they're seeded.
Something.
But
LSU
then
baseball.
we're finally getting into conference play. Finally. Beat
LSU's number 2, okay?
They're 2 now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But we finally get into conference play against Omaha Friday, Saturday. Beat them 4-1 on Friday. Good start to the weekend.
Big dub.
Then we lose 4-7 on Saturday, but follow up with an 8-5 win later that day in the doubleheader. So
let's go.
not all bad. 2-1 to start conference play is pretty good. A non-conference has been horrid. So, but when you play Oregon State and LSU and a couple of Cali schools, it's gonna happen. Not a baseball school out here in the middle of the Midwest. Not as strong as one.
Nope.
Softball.
They beat Pacific in extra innings 2-1, but then lost to
Marist.
Yeah. Marist and St. Thomas 3-8.
St. Thomas.
Oh, St. Mary's.
Where'd you pull Thomas from?
I can't read right now.
Bro, still got flashbacks.
Yeah, I got flashbacks from last week because NDSU can't beat St. Thomas. God dang.
Marist and St. Mary's 3-8. 0-1, and then they play the same teams again on Saturday.
2-0, and then lost to St. Mary's again. 2-12.
Yeah.
On Saturday. I don't know
rough.
what happened there. Holy crap.
St. Mary's had their number. Better weekend for them going 2-3, but kind of the same thing we said with baseball. They're just kind of waiting to get a conference now. Start playing teams more their level. They're really struggling against some of these better teams we've seen. Not as good, but they're going to be back home eventually if it ever warms up. Just when you think it does, then it goes the other way. So
bipolar weather. Welcome to North Dakota, where normally we're negative 40 right now, but we cannot decide if we want to be 70 degrees and nice or negative 20 degrees and having a blizzard. I can't explain this.
It was like just 60, and now it's 20, 30 degrees again. So. Who knows? Maybe it's supposed to snow like 8 inches this weekend. So maybe
my God!
Maybe we'll never get baseball.
Why? We won't get baseball by then.
We'll never get a sport out here. Women's golf, though, they're staying down south forever. They don't ever trek up here. They took 12th though this last weekend out of 20 teams. Kind of a middle of the finish. Not the greatest finish, not the worst, but men's didn't even play. They got their event canceled. So, anything crazy? I know you're looking at the game right now. No, nothing?
No, nothing.
Nothing? Yeah, just a 12th place finish. Must be nice to play golf. I would love to be, down south for the university. That'd be great.
And just swinging?
I'd love it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just get, food covered by the university. Just be swinging a golf club all day in, 80-degree weather. Must be nice.
Oh, that only went 200. I should have
We need
went
to make
210.
a college fishing team for this university. That would have been baller. But
I mean, what's balling right now? It's March Madness just
we're
kicked
at the
off.
part of the program that matters.
Woo! Big March Madness. Get your sheets out and fill out your brackets for work, for fun, for money. Time to make some predictions.
What a great speech by Vinny, guys. Let's give it up, Coach Anderson. Yeah. Starting, which one are we starting with? Women's? I think we're going to start women's.
All right, yeah. Ladies first, right?
Ladies first, exactly.
Or what we don't know first.
Yeah, the ones that we're going to be like,
I don't know about this one. This one's going to be close.
So, first game.
South Carolina versus...
Actually, you got to do first four first. So, I guess circle the first four at random. I'm going to circle the ones I did.
At random?
Yeah, I did these back home, so.
Okay. This is... You know what? Give me that one.
Yeah, we picked the same 4.
So
we
it's
got
the schools I know
we've
the
got
most.
Sacred Heart over Presbyterian, Holy Cross over UT Martin, Auburn over Arizona, and Vandy over Columbia.
Yeah.
Kinda.
You know, that also are pretty good. I
They'll
think.
all be wrong, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, but moving on. South Carolina against Sacred Heart. Give me South Carolina. I heard they were a pretty strong team.
South Carolina's undefeated. They're one of the best right now in the nation. They'll be without one of their star players because she got into a fight with LSU, but it's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter.
Against a 16?
Yeah, exactly. All right, North Carolina versus Michigan State.
I took the Spartans in this one just because Big Ten women's schools ain't a joke. I don't know. 8-9s are kind of either way.
No, I'm gonna go opposite real quick. I'm going North Carolina because North Carolina, South Carolina in March Madness would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that one. Oklahoma versus FGCU.
Florida Gulf Coast. Don't know anything about Florida Gulf Coast women program. Oklahoma's a big school, so gotta take them.
Oklahoma, baby.
There's not a ton of these massive upsets in women's. You don't see it as often. You like to see a lot of routes in the first round, so I'm predicting this is another one of those.
Indiana's gonna beat Farfield.
This one I'm
pretty
straying
easily.
away. I'm going Fairfield here.
Really?
They're 31-1 apparently. Boston Connor from Pat McAfee's show is a big supporter, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Apparently this is like their best season ever. Indiana. While I said good things about Michigan State, there's also like this weird thing about Big Ten in March Madness, regardless, where they just kind of. So I'm taking Fairfield. I think the near perfect season continues. Maybe they play surprise here. I gotta pick at least one or two crazy upsets.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say on this one I will go upset. I'd say Texas A&M will upset Nebraska.
I'm going chalk with that. I'm sticking with the Cornhuskers.
You're chalking?
I'm chalking on it.
Okay. I'd say,
Oregon State over Eastern Washington.
That's not even close. Yeah. Ole Miss versus Marquette.
This one's a homer pick for me. I'm going Marquette.
Marquette.
Just because being a Wisco native, I got to roll with Marquette. I was shocked to find out that both the men and the women made it. So the men were dominant, but I didn't know the women were that good. But apparently they are. Then last one's Notre Dame for the Albany one. That one's an obvious one.
Notre Dame's going to beat Kent State by a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on down.
Yep.
Texas to Drexel.
Give us Texas.
Got to be the Longhorns, baby. Got to be the Longhorns.
Whoa!
Next one I'm rolling with FSU.
Yep. I was just
FSU,
about to say.
Got to roll with them.
And then Utah versus South Dakota
You gonna pick the Jackrabbits?
No. F the Jackrabbits, dude. I cannot even support them in here.
Vinny can't stand the Jackrabbits. If they were the betting favorites, he would still pick against them.
I would. If I had to make $1 billion parlay ever, I will never pick the Jackrabbits anywhere near.
What if they were guaranteed to win? What if they're playing like
I
Western
do not
Illinois?
care. I don't care.
Still.
If it was Western Illinois versus South Dakota State and I needed to make a bet
in football,
football, I would still take.
That's a crazy take, man.
Just because that's how much I do not like them.
That's kind of wild.
Just because I do not like them. But I would only put like $1 parlay on that.
That's true. Next one is Gonzaga and UC Irvine. Got to take the Zags.
Good Zags.
Next one, we're going upset. I'm sticking with UWGB. Grew up 40 minutes from the university.
I don't like
care
that
for
pick.
the Volunteers.
I'm picking Tennessee over them. Tennessee versus Green Bay.
Of course you are.
Tennessee, he's picking Green Bay, you know. North Carolina versus Chattanooga.
It's NC State. I mean, let's be honest. Chattanooga, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be a good school.
Iowa State versus Maryland. Give me Maryland for the upset here.
I'm rolling with Iowa State. Their men's program's good. Their women's program's going to also succeed. Big Ten schools are a bit weird in these closer matchups. So I'm sticking with Iowa State. And then last one, Stanford over Norfolk State.
Yep.
Stanford's going to body them. Norfolk State's not a big school. You see a lot of these like smaller teams get thumped in women's brackets. And then, of course, the star of the show, Iowa.
Give me Iowa.
I don't care who wins. Holy Cross, UT Martin, Jesus himself. It could whoever. I don't care. It's going to be Iowa.
Iowa's going to win this whole thing. You know, can I just put that right here?
We'll see. West Virginia, I'm taking over Princeton.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
If this was men's, I would take Drake over Colorado at this, but it's not. So I
No,
gotta
it's
roll
not.
Colorado.
Colorado. Come on now. Give me Kansas State versus against Portland over them.
Yeah, and then I'm rolling with Middle Tennessee State over Louisville.
Really?
I like that one. I like that upset. I like that upset.
That's a huge upset. Holy crap. Oh my God.
Next one, we're rolling with LSU. Surprised they're a 3, and they're in Iowa's division, but yeah, I gotta roll with LSU here for sure.
Sorry, I got distracted. I saw someone just passing by, like skipping. I was like, what the hell is going on?
You can't get distracted. We're doing the show. Focus, Vinny.
Yeah.
Next one is Creighton we're rolling with. I'm taking Creighton over UNLV.
Nope, I'm taking UNLV on this one.
Always disagreeing with me, man.
But I'll take
That
UCLA
one's easy.
over Cal Baptist.
USC's an easy pick. Not even thinking about that one. Kansas is a basketball school. That's the only reason I'm picking over Michigan. Even if it's women's basketball, I don't care. Kansas lives, breathes, eats, sleeps basketball.
Yep. Give me Baylor. I'm sorry, Vanderbilt. You just won't beat Baylor. Baylor is a basketball school, too.
True. It's tempting to take Marshall here, but I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I mean, I have to. It'd be cool if Marshall won, but I don't see it. And then
Syracuse versus
I'm taking the orange.
Auburn?
I'm going with Syracuse over Auburn or Arizona. I don't care who it is.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're in play-ins for a reason, and you're not going to make it that far. Sorry, bud.
Next one, UConn versus Jackson State. Come on now.
Come on.
This is the same UConn program that didn't lose for 4 years straight.
Exactly.
Are they the same? No. They've gotten caught up to.
They are still.
We're rolling with it. And then Duke basketball school again, men's, women's, doesn't matter. Duke's gonna win.
Duke's gonna win that.
And then Ohio State over Maine.
Yep.
So they'll bring us all the way back to the Sweet 16, potential second round.
That's my bracket. If you can see that, maybe.
No.
Okay.
I'll get it posted. Don't worry.
All right. Cool.
Next
South Carolina versus North Carolina for me.
I got Michigan State, but I'm rolling with South Carolina.
Same.
South Carolina is dominant. This is the heavyweight favorite. Women's heavyweight favorites don't lose this early.
Right. Give me Oklahoma over Indiana for my upset here.
Taking Oklahoma as well.
Oh, look at that.
Over Fairfield. And you really just called a 5 beating a 4 an upset? Crazy. That's wild.
Give me Oregon State here for me.
I'm taking Nebraska.
I already had Nebraska eliminated first round. So.
Oh, we're going to find out. And then I'm rolling Notre Dame. I'm taking chalk.
Yep, chalk it. Texas versus FSU for me. I have Texas. Did you have a different opponent or?
FSU as well, and then
give me the 4 Zags for the
Utah Zags. I'm taking the Zags.
Zaga, yep.
I'd love to take Green Bay here, but I'd be silly to take them over NC State. As boring as a pick as it is.
Exactly.
You have Tennessee, which is a little bit trickier decision.
Tennessee versus North Carolina State. Give me Tennessee for the upset.
And then Iowa State, Stanford. It's tempting.
It is tempting, but I gotta take Stanford. Chalk that up. All right.
Rolling Stanford.
Give me Iowa over here.
Iowa's not gonna fall that early. No.
Give me Colorado versus Kansas State.
It's getting tough now, isn't it?
I'm looking at that. I'm saying another 5 seed is gonna be a 4 seed for me. That's for me though.
I'm gonna roll KSU here.
Oh, just because in spite of me or what?
No, just because.
LSU versus Louisville.
We're rolling with Angel Reese over Middle Tennessee. Louisville doesn't matter. LSU's a very good program. Gotta stick with them.
And UCLA for me over here.
I'll roll UCLA as well. I know it's getting kind of boring and flat.
I know. We're just like, what are they doing? Oh my God.
We're taking USC over Kansas.
Yup.
Rolling with Baylor over Virginia Tech.
Man, our 5 seeds over 4 seeds is crazy on this bracket.
UConn over the Syracuse, but I'm tempted to take Duke over Ohio State.
I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger.
Pulling
the trigger.
There's got to be one big upset.
Exactly.
That's the big upset.
South Carolina versus Oklahoma. Give me South Carolina. Sorry.
South Carolina. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. And then Notre Dame's going to end Nebraska's run.
Yep.
For me.
And then
Texas versus Gonzaga.
Gonzaga's going to upset the 1 seed over here.
I'm taking Texas, bro. I don't think that happens.
and then Stanford.
I am taking NC State over Stanford, though.
What?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Fine. You know, we both had to pick an upset. We picked our own.
Iowa versus Kansas State. I think in my bracket at home, I actually went crazy and took Kansas State.
I mean, it's mine versus Colorado. I'm saying Iowa's gonna still win it here.
Yeah, I'll take Iowa.
But then
I'm gonna take LSU as well.
LSU's
to
gonna
match
beat
up against
you.
Iowa.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. And then USC versus Baylor.
It's gotta be USC. They're
Yep.
too good. I really want to take Baylor, but
And then
UConn's
give me
going over
UConn.
Duke.
Yep.
So we're down to
Oh,
the
man.
Elite Eight. We're
Elite
flying
Eight.
through this
Holy
puppy.
crap.
South Carolina, Notre Dame for Albany.
Give
1.
me South Carolina.
South Carolina, I'm rolling with as well.
Zaga versus Stanford. Give me
I got
Zaga.
completely different. I got Texas versus NC State.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking Texas.
I'm taking Zaga here. 4 seed going into the Final Four.
And then Iowa versus LSU.
Oh boy,
LSU.
this is what we
LSU gets it done.
came to.
I think I really don't love the Hawkeyes this year as much as everyone else does. I know Caitlin Clark's a great story, but it takes one bad shooting night, I think, to knock them out.
No, but she's
They
gonna.
they
She's
struggle
going to
even-
shine. This
Yeah,
is
even-
not
no,
Elle
but
Evans
even
on
when
the
she-
biggest stage. This is.
Yeah, as you wear an NDSU shirt, you trash your own. That's hurtful. All I'm saying is, I think that LSU's going to bring a new kind of physicality. I think they're upset about losing last year in the championship.
I mean, yes, they will be, but
This
you
Iowa
still
team,
are
this Iowa team
facing
smells
the best women's basketball
this
player.
smells like the one team that could fall apart really fast because they rely on Caitlin Clark. Like, she's not shooting all her shots, I know, but like, it only takes one bad shooting night.
I'm still putting Iowa
You're
down.
putting Iowa?
You're putting LSU down. We'll see
We'll
who's
agree to
right.
disagree, man. We'll agree to disagree.
Yep. USC versus UConn.
I'm rolling UConn here.
I was going to say the same.
I like UConn a lot. Big tradition. South
All right,
Carolina's going to be
Final
Texas.
Four. For me is USC, for me is South Carolina, Zaga, Iowa, and UConn.
South Carolina, Texas, LSU, and UConn.
Sheesh.
I'm rolling with the Gamecocks over the Longhorns. We're taking South Carolina to the Natty.
Yep, I'm taking.
This team's so good. Like, they're well
Really
coached.
good.
They're the team to beat in my mind this year again.
But
And then LSU, UConn. I'm rolling UConn.
yeah, I was gonna take UConn too. UConn is gonna beat Clark. LSU just can't. And
LSU couldn't beat Clark, but UConn
can.
Yeah.
Yep. And then my winner is South Carolina.
Same. South Carolina. Pencil it.
Pencil
South
it.
Carolina doesn't win March Madness. We're fired off the stage. We're leaving the studio.
We need a new Bison Overtime, people.
We're toast.
We're done.
It's all over.
All right. And here
Men's
we
bracket.
go. Men's bracket.
This is what everybody in the
came
office
here
talks
for
about. As big as
the
women's
IM.
basketball's getting, the men's bracket's getting way hype. I can't escape it.
Nope. You can't. You just can't escape.
Starting with the first four, Boise State or Colorado?
Give me Colorado.
I'm taking Boise State.
Wow.
Montana State over Grambling for me.
Virginia.
Virginia. Virginia's a good program.
Montana State versus Grambling.
I took Montana State.
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
And I'm taking Wagner over Howard.
All right. I will
Nothing
agree with
matters.
that.
Let's
I'll
be
pencil
honest.
that.
The 16 seeds ain't going to go anywhere.
No, they won't.
All right.
All right, here
Drum
we
it
go.
up, baby. UConn Stetson. You got
UConn!
You got the Hatters in their first? I don't.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was
Hatters
like,
in their first
what?
ever appearance.
Yeah.
UConn.
FAU versus Northwestern.
I'm going with FAU here. I think it's silly to not.
No.
FAU made the Final Four
I don't
last year.
care. North Carolina or Northwestern.
You don't even.
I slipped my words. All right.
You're calling the wrong
Northwestern is
school.
going to walk over it. It's not even going to be close.
All right, you're right. For FAU. Next one, San Diego State, UAB. Yeah, I know. I'm going to go UAB.
is so tempting.
And we're all in UAB. I've been split on this because San Diego State's had success, but they seem upsettable. Auburn's going to roll over Yale, though. Auburn looks like they're going to be good. Next one is BYU versus Duquesne. I'm taking Duquesne.
Give me BYU.
BYU has not won, I think, a March Madness game in like 10 years.
I know, and that now is going to be the
And they
time.
seem suspect. I'm taking Duquesne. They've
Now
made
is
a
going to
run.
be the time.
Illinois versus Morehead State.
You know,
I'd
it's
love
always
to
good to have
Illinois
Morehead,
lose.
but, you know, Illinois State's going to beat them.
I'm just going to gloss right over that. It's always great to have Morehead State Eagles, but that's what he meant. He loves the school.
Yep, my
Nothing
bad.
else, right?
Yep.
Washington State versus Drake. I'm taking Drake.
Give me Drake.
Not the artist.
No.
Just the team. And then Iowa State versus your beloved Jackrabbits. There you go.
Iowa State is
Iowa
going
State's
to
gonna roll this team.
roll 'em.
They're so good. They dominated. You see them beat Houston?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All right, North Carolina's going to beat.
I don't care who plays. UNC's winning. That team's so good. They're stacked with talent.
Give me Michigan State here against
Same.
Mississippi State.
I'm taking Michigan State. I would love to upset St. Mary's if they weren't playing Grand Canyon out of all teams, but I can't. Like, I can't justify picking Grand Canyon over St. Mary's.
But St. Mary's is not that good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Are you
This
taking
last
Grand
season is
Canyon?
No.
No.
No, Grand Canyon just sucks.
I'm
but-
taking Alabama over Charleston.
Give me
If Grand
Bama.
Canyon and Charleston were switched, I would pick an upset for that.
Yep.
But they're not.
Clemson,
No,
New Mexico.
Mexico has been a popular upset pick, but I don't know if I like it.
I'm taking it.
I'm taking Clemson.
I like it.
I'm taking Clemson. Don't let me down, Tigers.
Baylor
versus Colgate, baby.
Colgate.
It's Baylor.
Baylor, yep. Dayton versus Nevada. Give me Nevada.
Shout out, Steph. We're going Dayton, baby. I don't like Nevada. They let me down a lot in basketball. And then I'm taking Arizona over Long Beach State. It's great. The Long Beach State story's been amazing, but Zona's such a good offense.
You know, but this is what happened last year. All right, I feel there was a 16th seed that beat it. Well, no,
That was
it
2 years ago.
2 years
15, I think. There's been like a
ago.
low
15
seed every
versus
year.
a 2, yeah.
There's
every
been a lot
year.
of low seeds.
So it
every
has
year.
to happen somewhere, right? It has to happen somewhere.
Don't tell me you're picking Houston to get upset.
No.
Okay. Houston's beating Longwood. Texas A&M's going to beat Nebraska. They were rumored to not even be in it, A&M. I think they're going to come out and play like fierce. Not to mention Big Ten schools. Ugh.
But give me Scotty over JMU.
People have liked JMU to beat Wisconsin, but I don't. I'm taking Wisco. And then
Wisco.
I'm taking Duke
Give
over
me Duke.
Vermont. It's
Yep.
just Vermont's not good enough to beat Duke.
Give me North Carolina State over Texas Tech.
I'm going to take Texas Tech here. I looked ahead to the other 6-11. But I'm taking Texas Tech. I'm also going to take Kentucky.
Yep, I'll take Kentucky with you there. Give me Florida. Doesn't matter who comes out of there.
Yeah. And then I'm taking Marquette.
Yeah.
You were trying to convince me before the show to take Western Kentucky over Marquette. I've never looked at you with more disappointment in my life. Ever.
You know I was joking, right?
No.
Okay.
So disappointed.
Give me Purdue over here.
Yeah, Purdue's beating whoever in the
Yep.
first round.
Give me TCU here, baby.
Facts. And we're on TCU as well.
Ah,
And then this one's my favorite upset. I'm taking McNeese over Gonzaga.
what? Okay, I understand Gonzaga has had an off year, but it's not
McNeese-
that off where they don't advance out of the 64.
You think not?
No.
I think so. Gonzaga's been terrible in March Madness as late. That's no secret.
No, it's not.
McNeese is on a burner. This is a team that scores lights out. If the Zags don't come out fast,
They're screwed.
there's probably a size difference, sure, but
Yeesh.
this isn't a good Zags team. The good Zags teams got upset. This Zags team's average. But you're stuck in your pick. And then I'm really tempted to take Samford over Kansas. Really
Yep.
tempted. Are you rolling with it?
Oh, man. I want to. I was looking at that game. I was like,
I will. Kansas has a terrible bench. Kansas has like one of the lowest bench averages.
I'll
points
take
per game.
Samford too.
I'm taking Samford. Then keep the upsets going. I'm going with
Oregon.
over South Carolina.
Yup.
But back to chalk to close out is we're going Creighton, Texas, and Tennessee in that order. It's just a shame that like St. Peter's plays Tennessee of all schools. If they played like Purdue, I could justify it happening again.
I'd chalk
Or if
up
they played, like,
Texas, but
someone
I'm
weak.
not chalking up this 15-1.
You're taking St. Peter's?
I might. There has to be a 2-15 or 1-16 somewhere.
It doesn't have to be.
It's somewhere.
It could be a
It's
3-14
somewhere,
as
dude.
well.
It is somewhere, my man. And I think it's right here.
I'm telling you, if there had to be a 3-14 upset, it's probably Illinois or Baylor that's getting upset.
I'm taking it. I'm doing it. St. Peter is going to
He's
upset.
chalking it in, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny
Oh
has
my
just
God.
picked St. Peter's over Tennessee. It is inked. He can't go back.
Oh my God.
Oh,
you
the,
know
the realization is going to kill him unless he's
Yeah.
right.
Oh man, the rightness.
Second round, though. UConn versus
UConn,
FAU. Man,
easy.
the region of death, but UConn, I think, fights through it. Auburn's going to burn here. Auburn's going to kill UAB. Duquesne versus Illinois. The great story comes to an end. Illinois wins.
Nah, give me BYU here.
Oh, wow.
Give me
you,
BYU.
you think that not only BYU escapes, they win the next round.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. For Iowa State, Drake, I'm taking Iowa State.
Iowa State is no question.
They're a good team.
They're a very good
If
team.
they play against everyone they play against Houston, not a chance.
I'm
taking UNC over Michigan State here.
You took. Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to take Alabama over St. Mary's. I just don't like St. Mary's as much as I like Bama.
Too easy. But New Mexico is going to continue their Cinderella story on my bracket.
Ooh.
And make it to the Sweet 16.
Over Baylor.
I'm
taking Baylor here. I don't like Clemson as much.
But give me Arizona on the second one.
Arizona as well.
Give me Houston
against A&M. I'm going to say Wisco beats Duke.
Wait, who?
Got to pick Homer. What are you checking?
I don't want to say this out loud.
You doing homework? You can't do homework mid-pick. Look at this guy. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
I'm taking Wisconsin over Duke after Vinny just cheated.
What?
Cheating mid-segment.
How did I cheat?
Just write your picks, you cheater.
Give me Wisconsin here.
And then I'm going to go Texas Tech over Kentucky. Texas Tech is a great offensive team. Kentucky's been a bit shaky at times.
I will take
this feels like
Kentucky
an
on this one.
And then Florida Marquette. If it wasn't like Marquette, I might take Florida, but I'm taking Marquette.
Marquette, easy.
This one's going to get crazy. I'm taking TCU over Purdue.
What?
I can't stand Purdue. Purdue doesn't play March Madness winning basketball. They play through Zach Edey, who if he gets beat, they lose. This isn't a team that can shoot their three. They've let us down in past March Madnesses. Last year they lost. They were the 1 seed that lost. Was it last or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Or were they the 2 seed?
Yep.
They've lost like every single year in a big way.
Bad. But I still say Purdue makes it out of the second round.
If they do, it's going to be a scare.
Give me Sanford over Gonzaga here with a Cinderella story to beat.
If it comes down to McNeese and Sanford, I'm taking McNeese.
Really?
Yeah. Over Sanford.
Really?
I'm taking Creighton, though, over Oregon.
Yep. 3 Creighton, 2
And then I'm rolling with the chalk with Tennessee. It's tempting. It's going to be close.
I have Texas versus St. Peter, and I'm going to give just Texas right here.
UConn versus Auburn.
This is a tough one.
I think UConn gets gas. I think Auburn gets them.
What?
That's the region of death. They've already had to play FAU, and now they have to play Auburn. FAU's good. Maybe they don't lose to Auburn, but
Iowa State's going to come out into the Elite Eight.
I'm going to say Iowa State makes it to the Elite Eight as well over Illinois.
Give me North Carolina for this one down here.
Versus Alabama? Yeah. I'm taking North Carolina as well.
New Mexico versus Arizona.
I've got Baylor versus Arizona. I'm going to go with Baylor. Arizona's... If it's Baylor-Arizona, I'm taking Baylor. I think they're going to play more sound. Arizona relies a lot on offense.
New Mexico on the Elite Eight.
Vinny's got an 11 seed in the Elite Eight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're losing our mind. Houston versus Wisconsin. Houston gets it done here. I can't keep picking the home team. Sorry, guys. Texas Tech versus Marquette.
I got Kentucky versus Marquette. Marquette's going to move on here.
Marquette's going to move. I wouldn't say pretty easily, but they're going to move on. TCU's making it over McNeese to the Elite Eight.
No, you ready for the biggest shocker? Okay.
You're going to pick Sanford over Purdue.
Sanford over Purdue.
And you looked at me weird. I took This Sanford team better be like full of...
13
This Sanford team better eat their Flintstones gummies in the morning the way you're picking them. Goodness.
Hey, I have an 11 seed and a 13 seed into the Elite Eight.
I'm taking Creighton over Tennessee.
Give me Creighton over Texas. Because I got to be a little bit normal now.
Auburn versus Iowa State. Iowa State's going. Iowa State's played so well as of late. Iowa State's going to take that.
Yup, I will take that over UConn. UConn down he goes.
North Carolina versus Baylor. I'm
North
rolling with
Carolina.
North Carolina. Send them to the Final Four. Houston Marquette. Send Houston. I love Marquette to go, but they're not gonna. And then TCU's masterclass run ends here to Creighton.
Yep, Creighton's gonna move on.
Creighton's going to the Final Four. If
We
Purdue's not there, Creighton's got a nicer path.
We have
if
a
they
2
could beat
seed, a
Tennessee.
1 seed, a 1 seed, and a 3 seed. I think I don't know what we're picking over here.
We're picking normal, man.
I know.
Last year was weird. I'm taking North Carolina though to go over Iowa State, and then
Iowa State continues
Houston, Creighton.
into the final. Iowa State is there.
I'm taking Houston over Creighton. I know it's going to be a 1
Houston
versus a 1,
is
but
going there.
can you sue me?
I got 1 Houston and 2 Iowa State, and give me Houston winning it all.
I've got the Tar Heels winning it over Houston. Tar Heels have been my favorite. I've watched them play. They're dominant.
Houston
got
is going
so
to win.
many stars.
Houston's going to win.
That's it. We've done our brackets.
Brackets done. March Madness has just begun.
Madden? Madden has just begun. Madden 24.
Lock her in. Put your name on it. Don't be a little
A
B
little what?
word. And yeah.
Vinny, if you pull my mic out again, so help me God. I will find you.
You will find me or find me.
I will find you, Vinny.
All right, cool. Now, on to another main subject of Bison
I
Overtime.
feel like that took a while.
We have NFL news. Continuing free agent tracking. There was a big one that just happened was Mike Williams to the Jets. I know I'm skipping over a lot, but just because that just came out today. Not